I watched every single Marvel movie from phases 4 and 5, and here's my ranking from worst to best. In last place is The Marvels. This feels like a culmination of everything wrong with the multiverse saga. While you watch this movie, you feel like you lost so much context about what happened before this movie even started. It also has a forgettable villain, and do not even get me started about that stupid singing planet. The only positive thing that I could say about this movie is anytime that Kamala or any of her family members are on screen. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Now, I completely understand the decision to not recast T'Challa, but I cannot deny the fact that this film is a total downgrade. It's boring, overly too long, and doesn't feel as grand as the original. Thor: Love and Thunder. Easily the most disappointing movie on this list. This film is a complete mess, especially after the masterpiece of what Ragnarok was. It leans too much into the silly humor, and it doesn't even help that you have a villain called Gore the God Butcher, and you don't even get to see how threatening he can be. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I don't care what anybody says, this movie is not bad. Yes, there are some issues that I have with the first act, but it isn't unwatchable. And this version of Kang is exactly what I wanted to see, and it's too bad we probably won't ever get to see this version of Kang ever again. Oh, Jonathan Majors, you really fucked up your life. Eternals. Definitely Marvel's biggest risk since Guardians of the Galaxy. It gives a brand new perspective to the MCU and introduces us to a vast ensemble of interesting characters. Now, just like Wakanda Forever, this movie has a long runtime, but I think in this case, it's justified, as you get to learn about all these characters and you get to witness their growth throughout the movie. Black Widow. Now, before even doing this MCU rewatch, Black Widow was at the very bottom of my ranking. But on second watch, I was pleasantly surprised, and I can actually see myself going back to revisit this movie in the future. I'm also very happy that David Harbour is going to appear in next year's Thunderbolts. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Definitely the biggest surprise out of all these films. It delivers on some of the most interesting and intense action sequences in the entire MCU. Simu Liu is just a complete joy to watch on screen, and I hope to see his return very soon. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, not my favorite Guardians movie, but this movie allows the group to go out on a high note. My favorite thing about this is how heartfelt it is. The scene where you see Rocket discover all of those baby raccoons in the cage is, I think, one of the most powerful scenes in the entire MCU. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Sure, it may not have delivered on all of the multiverse cameos, but if you overlook that, this is a really enjoyable movie. Wanda is my favorite Marvel character, and watching her become the monster that she was always destined to become was a joy to see on screen. I am actually so surprised at how far Marvel went to show how scary she can be. In second place is Deadpool and Wolverine. Just let me say off the bat, shout out to Disney for allowing Ryan Reynolds to make a rated R movie that even is more R-rated than the previous two movies. Now, I do not want to give away anything about this movie, as you should go in completely blind, but you can really see the friendship dynamic that Ryan and Hugh Jackman have for one another. It is such a satisfying movie, and it just proves the fact that audiences are not tired of comic movies, they're just tired of mediocrity. And coming in first place is Spider-Man: No Way Home. Jon Watts has the greatest track record in the MCU besides the Russo brothers. After playing this character for 6 movies, Tom Holland elevates his performance to the next level and allows us to witness a Peter Parker who is going down a dark path. And I also love that the cameos are not just there for fan service, but it's for narrative purpose. I have now officially rewatched every single MCU movie to prepare for Deadpool and Wolverine, so be on the lookout in the near future for when I rank all the Marvel movies in one video. Make sure to hit the follow button if you enjoyed my ranking, and let me know what you would change about my list, because my ranking is going to be completely different from yours because movies are subjective. I'll see you guys later.